Well, here's proof that it's full moon Saturday night. Experts say it's best to water lawns in the early evening or early morning, around 3 a.m. So note to the grounds crew, deactivate the sprinklers on race night, please.
Yes, I'd say we have a small 911 here. Here's your problem right here. I think a piece of concrete possibly came up and hit Jeff Gordon's car.
Just going off into turn 3.
Something happens right along in there. You see the dust fly up and you see the pieces flying. The track's must have a hole in it right there.
Here's a better look.
Boom, right there.
Wow.
And there in the top of the picture, you saw some smoke coming off the wheels of car number 23, the Bear car of Bob and Richard Bear from Oxford, Maine, and the car sliding, coming up across the top of the tunnel. People darting, getting out of the way. Those are press photographers up there and safety personnel.
The caution is out at Michigan. We have a new track mascot. I'm not sure. It's not a beaver. We've ruled out beaver. Yeah. I'm not sure. A giant squirrel, maybe, huh?
It does look like a really big squirrel.
They've got a scoop shovel out. Now, I'm going to tell you, the last time we went through this, Michael, you and I were at Bristol for the trucks. There was a squirrel. Now we've got confirmation it's a groundhog.
And
a
it's
few
not
months
even
after
Groundhog
Day. Yeah. This is really going to get good. He's got. Oh. All right, we're going to go to break. We'll keep an eye on the groundhog.
Still putting my money on the groundhog.
He's still on the loose. Why does this always happen? Oh, they got him.
What I just saw right there, Jeff Gordon in the 24 being pushed by Carl Edwards in the 99. It's like they were trying to time as we just had the lights go out on the back straightaway.
Yeah, the backstretch and turn 2 fall to darkness. The track, however, is still green.
But guess what?
Now we're under
Jeff
caution.
Gordon and Carl Edwards have not slowed down.
Yeah, we'll look out for the light.
Watch the left rear tire on the 39.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you, what you're seeing right there is the actual end of the housing breaking off, because the hub's still attached. You can see it attached to the wheel.
Just prior to halfway, Robert Huffman hit Dave Stacy coming off turn 2. David Hutto and George Crenshaw were also involved. The recent heavy rains made the grass a skating rink, and Stacy's car slid all the way to the dirt embankment, flipped over it, and amazingly landed on its wheels in Lake Lloyd. Rescue workers waited for the 29-year-old Enon, Ohio driver to clear the cobwebs before he got out.
Hood not off, and he's missing the bus stop. Oh my goodness.
Moved up and that thing just exploded, the whole nose of it. I don't know what that was.
He was slowing down through the bus stop.
I'm going to admit, Rick, I am baffled.
I've never seen a motor blow like that.
Is that a tire blow? I mean, the right front tire is flat.
Completely blown.
We see Jake Will Hobgood, I keep putting Will Hobgood in the outside. Oh, and 48 gets a bump from the Robert Huffman car. He spins, and now Jake Hobgood gets bumped by Scott Weaver, and both those cars the air just simply flips the cars over.
Just picks them up as soon as they turn. Nothing had a chance to happen. As soon as the car got sideways, it was up in the air already.
Put it out. Turn 4. I have a spectator climbing the fence.
Security not doing their job. Guy climbing over the damn fence. I think that's the first time there's been a caution for somebody climbing up on the fence.
A big piece of debris right there.
That or a trap door in the track 1.
That's what it looks like. Wow, you know what? That's the caution lights is what that is.
Yeah.
Somebody, I'll tell you, these guys have been running so close to that wall, they've knocked that light off. I've seen these guys getting up so close up there. I believe they knocked the light off.
Somebody didn't do their job. Watch this. Here it comes.
No, maybe it's just the wind off of them. Man,
The wind's blowing hard that way, too. But somebody didn't.
That's a heavy-duty light, too, now. It's a good thing it didn't hit a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, here it is, overhanging the track at turn 4. The first car coming is going to be Kyle Busch. That's going to catch in his right front wheel well, and it's just going to whipsaw the fender behind the wheel well. Now, where is it going to go? Watch Mark Martin right here. He's going to come along pick up that cable, it's going to do a little damage to the left rear of his car. There it is in the air. It's going to catch on Mark's car, and then it's going to go underneath Marcus Ambrose's car. You see the camera getting kicked, the cable getting kicked up into the air.
Take a look at what happened here that's brought out the second caution of the day.
There's Stanley Smith in the middle in the black car. They were running 3 abreast going into that turn, Ken. There's the car number 1 of Rick Mast.
There is one car that has gone over the wall, as you see in that. And there are the remains of the car that went over the wall.
And it looks like someone standing there with a helmet, Ken.
And got out of that.
Let's hope that is the case. The helmet goes off.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, that's a...
If you're looking for the one on Fox Sports Live later tonight, we may have found a nominee. I made a lot of notes for this event.
They're closing in on it now. We've got
Nothing
a bunch of
in my
people
notes
here.
about tracking down a rabbit.
That rabbit gets through this this gate, I guarantee you. There he goes, told you. There's no way they're catching that rabbit.
They're trying to clear debris off the racetrack, and the car brakes, won't steer, and he slides up the track and into the back of that surplus helicopter jet engine on a trailer used to dry the racetrack.
Mike, I saw sparks coming out from the car as if it had a tire down or something. What an incredible turn of events. I've never in my life.
Here is the replay coming into turn 11.
I'm not sure.
Those are the guys just in front of him.
Yeah, but there's Vickers. Already made contact with Stewart.
So the attitude kind of, what the heck, I'll let him go and then pay it off.
And I can guarantee you that
all clear.
All Vickers has been thinking about since he got turned by Stewart was getting in a position to do this.
Looking for him. Where's that 14?
Yeah.
I think Gilliland hit that tire and wheel.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah, you see the center of the tire, the wheel is gone.
Well, the only way we're going to find out, we're going to have to go over to the infield and dig it out of that camper tent that it went over into.
Man, look at the guys.
And it did bounce off the hood of Gilliland's car. Still going. Photographer scramble. And it just missed the folks up on that scaffold.
And the safety truck getting the debris off of the track. Actually involved in a little bit of an incident. The 95 hits the safety truck.
Here we see Todd Bodine. He's going to be involved. Now, Jeff Gordon comes down. They're going to get 3 abreast, and Todd Bodine doesn't know that. He gets touched by the 77 car of Sachs. He goes down, hits the 24 car. Sachs, the 8 car, spins, and look at all these cars behind. They got no place to go. Watch Mark Martin. He's hit someone. He has no brakes.
Now watch him. He hits the inside retaining wall. That's the car up in the middle of your screen. Hits the Die Hard 500 sign. Shoots through a guardrail right here. Goes right on through it. Mows it down. Still at top speed and hits another fence and then the guardrail and finally comes to rest.
Something going on up on the hillside hospitality area overlooking turn 1, and you see the drivers racing through that smoke. It doesn't have anything to do with what's going on the racetrack. Let's see if we can find out exactly what it is here in a minute.
Well, that's got to be unsettling for the drivers to drive through that deal.
I promise you, at 190 miles an hour entering that corner, already treacherous conditions to start with. Somebody telling you everything's okay. Caution's out.
They dropped the green flag or waved the green flag to restart the race. However, the drivers are controlled these days as much by the green and yellow flag as by the caution lights all the way around the racetrack. And we're told the caution lights failed to extinguish when the track went green.
But he's definitely getting better. He's actually on the lead lap, Mike. Yes. But when that caution came out on lap 45, we were watching him. He was just about to go a lap down. So I think these cautions, they've possibly been his best friend, Matt.
Lights are on, but I didn't hear him say caution. They're not waving them.
Absolutely. Yeah, something going on. There
the caution lights came on without being triggered by NASCAR. So now the call has come down from the tower to wave the caution flag. See, drivers only see the flag when they're on the front straightaway, but the caution lights are all the way around the racetrack.
Okay, we've got a caution on the racetrack. It is our 6th, and the word we're getting from NASCAR. Remember I told you that Brian Scott was called back in for a missing lug nut? Well, it turns out they were wrong. So what they are going to do is slow everybody down and give Scott his position back.
Yeah, it's not unprecedented. That happened a long time ago. I was Earnhardt's crew chief at Rockingham, and we made a green flag stop. Said we had a loose lug or a missing lug nut, and we didn't. So they did the same thing, but haven't seen that in quite a few years.
Yeah, and this Mark had caught these cars. You can see Bobby Labonte looks like just loses it, gets loose with that car right up behind him there. But Mark had been there for a while, and you can see Mark spinning now. Not much you can do except hold on and lock the brakes as a driver at this point in time. And right there, and Martin had caught this 47 and 42 and been behind them for about 10 laps, but couldn't get around them because the 47 and 42 had a little fresher tires, but you can see the fire underneath.
The tire gets away from the 47 team of Marcos Ambrose. The crewman runs out to get it. You just cannot do that. That brings out the caution. And guys, that turned everything upside down. At that point, just 6 cars on the lead lap, and that was lap 66, I believe. Yep, lap 66.
Field coming to get the green flag. And the green flag's in the air, and they put the caution back out because they still had safety vehicles on the track in turns 1 and 2.
What in the world?
What were they thinking?
They got about 3 trucks still out on the racetrack.
And some guys haven't seen it yet. They wave the green with safety vehicles. You see them there, still on the track, on the apron between turns 1 and 2.
These are live pictures of snow in the area. It snowed a little bit earlier, and it's really coming down now. We've had a couple of leaders, 2 lead changes, 3 cautions in the race, 32 laps in. Kevin Harvick ahead of J.J. Yeley, but the red flag is out. Now, it looks they need a Zamboni machine for this.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I've heard of the Snowball Derby, but this is like it may wind up being the Snow Bowl Derby.
I haven't. You and Darrell Waltrip. I know Jamie McMurray is with us. Yeah, there's a groove. You're talking about looking for a groove on the track.
Jim Cantori would be very happy right now.
Hey, Michael, it was only 20% chance of rain. I think we got all 20.
All I can say is don't be the last guy under the tent, if you know what I mean.
That's golf ball size.
No. That's marble size hail. What are you, not from the Midwest?
Well, you always hear it's golf ball size, softball size.
I've seen softball size hail, and that's something we definitely don't want to see at this racetrack. But yes, it is hailing in Kansas.